in a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers. And Otis has always stood out. Even when he was a blue chipper, there wouldn't be a final boss. There wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anawa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and goes everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a rounded victory.
Uh-oh, somebody call the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent, from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia!
Steel had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the...
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steel. Most of the matches between Maivia and George Steel have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steel is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight.
Ouch.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steel as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief, and the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching. And Steel is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur, folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal. Crank in the head. Lariat. Good Lord. That was nasty.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
Stop right to the gut. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is brace for this impact! Like a guillotine.
Momentum is all with Maivia now.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief. And Steel isn't looking helpless anymore. This could be a good chance for Steel to get some distance and rethink things.
We've seen that Steel isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia. So he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole, but think about how these men prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who's game planned for this stipulation. And Steel, well, I think he just shows up to the arena and asks who he's fighting. And now third! The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steel to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia is prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire...
Into the pen. George is trying to seal this one up. His arm showed off the mat before one.
Where in the world does one find such strength at this stage to... Here we go. It's popping off. Ooh. Just teeing off with that fight forever vibe. Slugging away with everything they've got.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out. They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this. Boom! Oh!
What
Nothing pretty about this. Just a good old Donnybrook here. Oh, jeez, looking absolutely rocked. Oh! Maivia just dominated the animal with that one.
Peter Maivia turns that around. When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature. But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Had scouted and met with a back elbow. He's looking to gain the higher ground on the wall of the cage here.
Flying. Completely missed the mark there.
George Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the Animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief, Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
And what now? Driving their opponent into the cage. Oh, man, he is more than fired up right now.
Turned it around with a reversal.
Running FTO plants him. Nicely done.
George Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steel's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the Animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
Oh, my gosh!
And look at this now. Bad intentions coming with this hold.
The stump puller.
Is this one over? Is a tap out coming?
Might have.
He had it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand. Maivia has Steel in his sights, looking to put the Animal down. He wants it one more time.
Backbreaker. No way Steel's coming back from that.
And the High Chief defeats the Animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.